Good morning, everyone. It's October 30th. Yes, October's almost over. And we're doing great, aren't we? At least I am. It's 7:30 in the morning. I woke up at 6 o'clock. Even if I went to sleep, I went at night. And at some point at 1 o'clock, before I go to sleep, I always open my cell phone, like take a few looks, take a few peeks here, a few peeks there, and I was like, it was a shock. I found something, and I'm going to tell you all about it in a few seconds. I have to get my second coffee ready. I do not work with one coffee. Like I was saying, before I go to sleep, I have to open my cell phone, just with the speakers on, and watch YouTube videos before I go to sleep. But I decided to look at my YouTube studio, the one I have on my cell phone. And I'm reading a message like, it can be. So I go over to PayPal. It's like, yeah, that was my first reaction, trust me. Thank you, Carla. You don't know what it means to me. Thank you so much for that gift. I have no words to thank you. So let me tell you guys what I did yesterday. After finishing the video, of course, I cooked, I cleaned, I did my basic things like a mom. Went to basketball practice, came back, but I sat down. I was running like a nut. I had to have cheese, I had to make sauce, I had so many things to do, but I sat down, I wrote all my goals in perfect order. So let's take a look at them today. Before I run out and start paying them down, because I want to get them finished before 2020 is over. Like I said, we're starting early. And because I had customers last night, I didn't have enough time to take this piece of paper and put it upstairs in my bedroom, because I did do it in the store. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of customers, but there was just enough to make me go, okay, perfect, I have some money. And yikes, I have to do more dishes and I have too much running around to do today anyways. Because I do have to take the little one to English school. So let's just stop that blah 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 blah, because I love blabbering. And take a look at the paper. I got a paper with boxes. I just loved it. I had stuck my hand in the soil, checking the plants, and my nails are full of soil, but who cares? So first goal is to monetize my channel. 1,000 subscribers, main goal. The savings. Keep putting, it's to keep going and have the money for account 1 and 2. I'll slow down and explain them. So the YouTube, yeah, I do want to grow my channel. I had it for 2 years now and wasn't actually doing a lot of things on it, just here and there trying it. But this year, I've really stuck to it with the 365. So yeah, I do want to get it to 1,000 subscribers and over, so we could be a whole bunch of weird people here trying to save money. I do get good ideas from other subscribers, so that'll be a lot of fun. Reading comments, talking to each other and everything. Now the savings account number 1 and number 2. About 2 months ago, if you were watching 365 Days of Frugal Living, you probably know that I opened 2 accounts. The first account is like the basic, and I just put money in there just to have enough for account number 2, which is Boro. That's what it's called. It's called Boro. It means I can. It means I can save. If withdraws from account number 1, 50 euros a month. And if you keep account number 1 with money and it can have enough to withdraw every month 50 euros, you get a bonus at the end. The bonus is 1% interest rate. If you don't, you get 0.40. once a year. And the private retirement thing, it's withdraws 55 euros a month, and you're gonna get the money back when you're 65. You might not get it all, but it's like an investment thing. But if I should die, there's a person, like I have my daughter. That's the only person I put. So if I should die, it's gonna keep on putting the money in by itself, even if there's no money in the book, like my account number 1. And she's gonna get the 80% of what I've put in if I'm not alive at 65. But hopefully I'll be alive and I'll be able to withdraw the money. And it might even be 110% of the money I put in. It might even be 80%. But it's a good investment, something that keeps you going and going and going. And it's perfect. And I do want to open, because the first account that I was talking about is the Poro that I can. It's a savings account. You cannot put money into it. It goes like 50. I put the amount of 50 euros just to make sure I had enough. And you cannot just go and say, yeah, put 100 in that bank account. It's like, no. It has to be 50, 50, 50, and it withdraws it from bank account number 1. So I do want to have enough money till next year to open a second one. So it'll be in something like that's might make it goal. So yeah, I just want to have enough money in account number 1 to be 12 months hassle-free for both a private and the Boro that I can savings account, so the money can be in there. So I can withdraw with me not even having to go to the bank, not even to worry about it. And if I do that goal for, like, have the money in for 12 months, I'll be able to go and open a second account of Boro, but this time not 50. I'm thinking of doing 100 a month. But I have to get some debt down to do that. And we're off to goal number, well, the savings goal is that. The second part, and the third part is have an X amount on the side. After doing all that, making sure that I have like 12 months for one, the 12 months for the second, have an X amount, and that's going to be really hard. And you ask why? Because let's continue our goals. So yeah, see the accounts, open the second account, have an X amount. These are the extreme goals, but they're quite impossible to meet, but I try my best to meet them. See, and have the money. It's like put the money on the side, not working and putting them aside. Have them aside so I can have like 12 months of withdrawing. On to goal number 3, a vacation. Have an X amount of money set away for 3 days to go somewhere close. It's like, yeah, you're not going to go 3 days vacation. I could take a 10-day vacation. But you have to have the money on the side in an envelope or something that you will not spend. Or if I meet this goal, it's like if I check this out, is have enough money for 5 days far away. It's just real far. And the extreme goal is to go to Canada to meet my birth dad. Well, that would be an extreme goal. That's why I have a list of this side, this row. It's the extreme things. Finish the debts, the ones that I started. Get 60% of them done, 80% of them done. Get them all out of the way. Yep, finish the debts. It's the debts that I'm doing with the government, that I owe money. The taxes and everything that I owe to the government. And it is a lot of money. Remember a video that I sat down after 2 days of calling, searching, and everything? The amount was over, I don't even remember, and I don't even care. I'm paying on time every month, and I'm doing it. So yeah. Even today, it's not November yet, but we're starting now. That's why I said we're starting now or tomorrow, yesterday, because I can't remember the end of the video. It's not November yet, it's the 30th, and we're going to pay November. Why, you may ask? Because just to get the 60% out of the way, that means we're not going to go month by month by month. Other people that have done this plan to pay off the government, because Greece was in a humongous crisis, ended up having 120 months of paying back. The government let us split what we owe to 120 months. Me, being the person I am this year, when I did it in September, I think, I didn't do 120 months of the repayment back. I did it in 60. So I can make sure I have enough money. And I'm paying around $750 to $800 a month just for that. So that meant a lot of savings, a lot of not going out, and a lot of not spending. So if I get 60% of that out of the way, pay all the 12 months for 2020. Of course, I would have finished 2019. Pay all the months of 2020, what I owe, plus 60 extra % from the months in 2021 or something like that. I'm sure I'll be finished a lot faster than 60 months. I cannot wait 5 years to pay down debt, because then it's going to take me to my old age, the way that I'm going, the way my husband is going. Let's get a good example of my husband. He did 120 months of repaying to the government, that kind of program. He is now going on to 58. Plus 10 years, that's going to be 68. You usually retire at 65, and I don't think he'll be able, because he's going to have 3 more months of paying back the government. Plus, this year's taxes, no, I didn't pay them because I'm too busy paying down 10 years of taxes, and my accountant goes, don't pay it back right now. Leave it, and we'll do it during the summer. We'll pay it back then. Don't go rushing out to pay, because you're not going to have enough. And I was kind of scared because I did want to finish the outside. So just paying down debt, I did accumulate some debt again from taxes, but it's so small. And I just wanted to make sure that I had enough to repay the guy that helped me get my teeth, which he's coming soon. I think in 2020 he's coming to visit me to get some money, because I called him. And to finish the outside. So it's yeah, let that be. We'll just pay 60% of what we owe to the government from taxes and the health/insurance. And we're good. But if we can meet the 80%, yeah, I did change the numbers a little bit on everything, the percentage parts. Because I sat down and actually thought of my debts. It's you don't pay that much in a year. There's no way you're going to pay down 50, 60 on the other things that are coming up. But yeah, if we finish 60% of the whole gross thing, it's yes. We're going to be done by 2021. And after we go to the 80%. And the extreme goal, of course, has to be 100%, which is quite impossible because I don't make that much money. I do believe in myself, but there's no way I'm going to make that much money to pay down 100% of the debts I owe over 10 years to the government. Because I was following my husband's ways. But I do believe in myself, and I'll try my best, right? That's all that counts. And we're off to the rest of the goals. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our fifth goal for 2020 is finish outside. 50% of it. Yeah, I know yesterday I wrote 75, but was thinking about it, and 50% is going to be really hard. And you go, why? Because, like I said, I don't make that much money. Okay, like I was saying, I have to finish the outside. If I get 50% of it done, okay, now you see there's a lot of goals here. And so from this list on, we're always trying to do up to the number 2. And then we can continue on the next goal. So if I do this part and I think I can go over here, then start here, good. If not, I'll just stop here That's all the goals, except the first one, and I continue. And I try to do this one at the same time. That's a dream, like these would be a dream come true. And if we get 50% of the outside finished, that would be amazing for 2020. If you get 60% of it done, that would be like, oh. And 70, yeah, you're right, 100. Because there's no way I don't make that much money. To reach all those goals plus this, I would have to become really rich. Save for trailer. Yeah, the RV became a trailer. Save 10% of what a trailer costs. Or remember, this would be really easy if it was first. But look, we have to get all those done before we reach down here. Save 20% for trailer. Save 30% for trailer. And you're probably going, you're going to find a cheap trailer. Of course I am. But just to save for it, you have to finish the goals before. And we're off to bank debt. Now this is a big one because it's the mortgage, the car, the black car that I owe, my first car that I ever owned, and someone killed it, but that's an old story. Pay down 5% of it. Pay down 10% of it, and 15 would be a dream. And it goes down again. Get a tablet for YouTube videos. Save for it. Save 100. Save 200. Save 300. It's like save 300 for a tablet. Yeah, you see, these might be getting like a lot easier down here, but you have to finish all those. And pay off friend early for lending for teeth. This has a star because I don't want to owe the people money. So yeah. Those are a lot of goals, aren't they? But just make sure. Yeah, this one I have already like 3 months or 4 in the bank. So it's going to be going up to February, I think. I'll have to recheck it. So in November, December, or January, I'll have to go put more money in here. And today we're going to pay down November here. So if we can make more money in November, we can put a net for December, and that'll take us like 2 months in advance. So this is going to be quite. Why is the vacation goal number 2? Because I've never went on an actual vacation. The actual vacation I went was like about 10, 15 years ago. I don't even know how to take a vacation. I've been trying to plan for one, and I can't plan it because I don't know how to plan a vacation because I've never actually been on a vacation. So I'm like planning, unplanning, planning, unplanning. I'm not even sure how to plan it. That's how bad I am. I can do almost anything you want except the vacation. Can you imagine me at some point meeting this goal? And I don't have that much time because my birth father is quite old. If I'm going 48, can you imagine how old he is? He's 68. So what do you guys think of my goals? Possible, not possible? I think they're possible, most of them. Like up to the main goals, they're possible. They're possible if I try my best. If I do whatever I can. And try my hardest, and I always do. So I'm off, I'm getting up. Putting this close to the cash register so I can take it upstairs tonight and glue it on my closet so I can look at it every morning. It gives me more energy to continue. And of course I put YouTube on top so I can make sure I'm doing the 365 days of vlogging. Can you imagine me getting a trailer? and doing 365 days of trailer living. Okay, I wouldn't be trailer living, but it would be quite funny. Or retiring and actually traveling with an RV. Then I'll be doing 365 days of RV living. Can you imagine me being 68 and on YouTube? That would just be, okay, we're still here, still going group. And I do enjoy reading your comments. Even if life is hectic, even at 1 o'clock in the morning, when I try to go to sleep, I'll go to read the comments. Because I do enjoy them. Some of them make me smile. Some of them are like, really? You're not walking in my shoes. You're not walking in my shoes, so you can have your opinion, but I'm not gonna take it to heart. It's only YouTube, right? You're not in my face telling me exactly what you think, so let's get up, do some dishes, and we're off to pay the debts. That is 1, 2, 3. Number 4, we have to go ahead just to make sure we can get the 3 days vacation and have enough money in accounts 1 and 2. So like I said, for 2020, we've set goals that are really hard, but we're starting them now. Because I already finished my goals for 2019. I have no other goals. I'm back. And of course, once or twice a month, because I use all to pay down, not to pay, to save, to be honest. I use one bank. I might have accounts in 3 banks, but I use one bank for saving. I just called them, because I do write everything down. Like I called them at the beginning of October, because that's when I actually started. September is when the money started, like for those savings accounts. And I called them at the beginning of October just to make sure that the money was actually withdrawn from my accounts. I called them in the middle to see what's going on, and I called them today. So I was actually calculating, and I do not have enough until January. I just have enough for November. Like October, done out. For October, done out. November, there's enough money. I don't even have to go put money. And there's some money for December. But is that good enough for us? Of course not. So we're going to try today to see if I have enough money to put December and January in the bank. So I do call my phone. So I do have phone banking, and I do call them just to make sure. And I'm sitting down now calculating how much I have to pay for November. And guess what? We're going to go pay them today. Yeah. So we'll see if we have enough money to go put December and January in. Let me just show you guys. Yeah, I did that part, which I'm not opening to show you guys. That's too personal right now. So I know for every month I need 105. Since 105 is already in the bank, October hasn't finished, and the private thing, it's going to pull the money out today or tomorrow. November is check for both the private retirement and the savings, but there's not enough for December. Why wait? There's like about $30 euros left, right? So we're not gonna go minus. Nope. We're just gonna add 105 for December and 105 for January. It's 210. Now my health/pension for the government taxes. We're just gonna add up what I owe for November. And to be honest, I can't even just write it down in there that I've paid. I've even made like 1, 2. So since this is October 2019, this is September 2019. This is in 36. This one I've made into 12. Don't ask why. This is gonna be a really hard one because it's a humongous thing. And of course, I had to do it in 12. I could not do it like everybody else in 120 months. No, I had to do it in 12. Why? I'm pushing myself to the limits. I'm not gonna show you how much I owe, but this one I got scared. T1 of 50, 2 of 50. Let me just write when. September 19, October 19. This is for November. It has to be paid by the end of the month, end of November. But it's only the 30th. But guess what? We're going to pay this. See if we have enough to put December and January away just to be out of money. I like having myself broke. And I'm planning to go to Kharkida so I can get some money back from my classes, right? And guess what I'm doing? I'm putting away savings from now so they can withdraw and pay down the government debt that everybody's going to be going nuts going to pay on November, the end of November. And I'm trying to pay them at the end of October for November. Maybe I could be just like a couple of months in advance. That would actually help get that 60% of it out of the way. And have enough savings for, like I said, keep it going, the savings accounts for 12 months. I'm always trying to be one step ahead of everything. Because if you're out of goals, you're out of goals. What's life with no goals? I can't see a thing. Now I can see again. What's life without goals? And if you really want to meet your goals, you have to try really hard. Now, knowing this, I'm going to go pretty broke. I'm going to see how much all this is for November. There's no way. I'm going to go put November in today. December and January, I could do it next week. But if there's enough money, I'm going to run over there. It's an hour drive to the bank. That's why I love it. It's so far away. And now we're back. And to think I have an hour driving to English school today, but I really don't care. If I'm going to be behind the wheel 4 hours. Oh God, 4 hours. Why did I say that to myself? Why? But anyways, if there's enough money, I don't care if I go broke. I'll go pay all these things. And not get a cactus. It's going to cost $2, but I'm not going to get it. I'm not spending that $2. I'm a good girl. Good girl, Maggie. Good girl. Let me just do my calculations. I always like using... Yeah, this is from the voting stations. They were in the garbage. So I grabbed a few. Made them into little scribbling blocks. I like writing everything down. I don't know. Pen and paper make more sense to me than putting them on my cell phone, on my calculator, or anything. I like writing them down. They kind of stick in my brain. It's a good way to see. I write everything. So I have a binder for my repayment, a binder for my what I spend, a binder for this, a binder for that. But the binders are used, right? So my daughter wasn't going to use them. And my husband's like, how do I save my... Because he's paying back the government all those years. And I gave him a binder yesterday. I told him good luck. Let me just do my calculations. So I did my calculations and I decided I'm going to pay down debt. And of course, put the money away. Even if, like I said, I have to drive. But guess what? Why do it tomorrow when you could do it right now? So I came up here, put it in my closet. So let's see. If I'm lying down here, it's right there. It's not in the kitchen. It's not in the living room. It's not in the store so people can see. It's right here. Yeah, I'm lying down. Test driving it just to make sure. Yep, I can see it. I can't read it, but I can read the part that says goals 2020. And that's good enough for me. And I couldn't go without shoes. So I had to come back upstairs, put some shoes on. Shoes. Dentures, you're not letting me say all the words properly. And now off to go pay November's debt to the government. And put money away for my private retirement. And the saving thing that I like, the boro. You guys are going to learn Greek. Boro means I can. Boro. Try saying that. Boy, have I changed in the past 2 years. And especially this year. And I made it in the car. I've made it in the car 3 times. I think I got all my paperwork. That's a bad thing. I started taking my paperwork, preparing it last night, trying to calculate, and a customer came. Closed it on the side. Then another customer came. Then I put them away. And this morning from 6 o'clock, try to get them all in order. And at the same time, do a video. And it's 8:30. Good luck for lunch, people. I'm not going to have lunch today. Oh, I just passed from Lidl. It's on my way there anyways, right? Everything is against me today. I don't know why. I went to the first bank. I had a number 106, and it was only number 30 being served. And I'm like, screw it. I'm going to stay out to go to one bank instead of 2. And being in the stay, I couldn't find parking, and it's almost 10:30. Dear Faith, if you think I'm giving up, I'm not giving up. I'm staying in the bank until it closes. I don't care. They're going to have to drag me out. I'm paying down debt today. No matter what. So tiring. It's 2 o'clock. Almost 2. And I was like out of the bank just now from morning. That's how busy the banks were. But no, I stuck it there. Went out, ran because I had a number. Ran out, got a coffee, and stayed there. I almost peed in my pants, people. That's how bad I was staying in the bank. At some point, my brain was going, you want a cigarette? Get out. You want to smoke? Go get it. And I'm like, no, I left them in the car on purpose. But my brain was begging me for a smoke, so... But I stuck it out there. Just went and got a coffee. I really like to-go coffee. Because after 4.5 hours of waiting in the bank... It was more than 4.5 hours. It was more like 5. I paid down November's government debt thing. Plus... for 3 months worth. In the private retirement / savings. So now we have 3 months worth. Up to January. I think I'll do more than 60% the way that I'm going. Okay, it's 3 o'clock and I'm out of breath and at home and I feel like going like... Okay, get up, Maggie. So, yep, we put 3 months worth in for my savings. The one that withdraws the money out by itself, even if it's just $50 a month. The private pension plan, that's $55. We put 3 months worth in that savings account so they can withdraw by themselves. Yes. Perfect. What's wrong with me this year? I'm saving too much. And pay down November's debt to the government. All those 3 things. The health/pension, plus taxes. Yeah, I know I said 2 times health/pension. Because they split it in 2. Because I owe too much. But anyways, they could have just left it in 1, but... And I paid like 3 times... I paid 3 to that. It's called FCA, and I paid 3 of them. 1 that's now. 1 that's a half that I owed. And the other one's a half that I owed. Doesn't make sense to me either, but anyways. It's a debt, people. The 2 that... You can put them as 1. It's debt. Greece, it's dead. There's idiots like us that actually pay. So, I paid those 2. Because it's still October, but I paid for November. And now I just have the FCA, the one that's like now for November. But I can't pay that in front. Because if I pay it in front, it's going to screw up the system. And they're going to make me pay extra. Until they figure out their mistake, it's going to be $2,040. So I'll have to wait to pay the other one. Now I just have to pay my August, September, October phone. That's $30, $60, $90. That's next week or the next 10 days. In November, pay my pension plan / the one that I have to the government. I think we're done for November. And I think we're done for November. That's it. Okay, and the phone for November, 120. So August, September, October, November, 120. That's it. But I'm out of breath and I don't want to buy them a ready cooked chicken. So I'm making them some minestrone with meat sauce. The easiest food and the cheapest and fast. There's just 3 of us today for lunch. And they're going to be coming soon. And the food is on the kitchen already. The only thing I spent money on today was to get a coffee. After waiting at the bank for God knows how long. That was like 5 hours something, people. 5 hours something. And an hour driving. 6 hours on the road. Have to cook the food, wash the dishes, put away dishes, and go down to the store. Grey cheese, and a whole bunch of other things before I leave again. Go pick up my daughter, come back, and then work. So what do you guys think? Do I deserve blue hair now? And as you saw this morning, I did put it on my my goals for 2020. I did put them on my closet. Even if I was doing this in Greek or any other language, I'm brain dead. That's how tired I am. But I'm not giving up. And a lot of people in the bank, because they were giving pensions out today. That's why it took so long. They saw this and they're like laughing their heads off. But just that stupid piece of paper is not going to stop me from spending. Looking in the mirror and seeing this, it's like, oops, stop. Yeah, I got a coffee, like I said, because after so many hours, I had to go to the bathroom. So I went to a coffee shop, got a coffee to go. I'm just going to sit here, have a cigarette, and then go back to the bank because I had the number already. So I wasn't going to lose my place. And the lady's like, yeah, but if you're sitting, you have to pay extra, like $1 extra, €1 extra. And I'm like, look, I have the papers in hand. I have the number of the bank. I'm just going to have one cigarette and I'm leaving. Can I just sit down? Because I've been waiting for you to come here so I can order the coffee like 15 minutes. I can't be standing in the middle of the street. So she let me sit. I had like the cigarette that I was smoking. I had another one. Took the coffee. I went back to the bank. And waited another 2-3 hours. But since everything is great, and it's going to be great, you'll see me in the video tomorrow smiling again. Not being so tired. Except if I'm going nuts and do something really crazy again. I'll probably be smiling. I am smiling now because I'm really happy that I'm paying down debt. Even before the month is over. I was supposed to pay those at the end of November. And it's the end of October. The way that I'm going, I'm probably going to be paying... Okay, at some point, I'm going to have to stop, like, the advance. Because I am going to run out of money. Today, I came back with 40 cents. So even if I was hungry on the road, I only had 40 cents to shop. And I needed tomatoes for the store. But anyway, since I'm going back to Aidipsou to pick up my daughter in the afternoon, in about 5 hours, 3 hours, I have lost track of time. I'll get the tomatoes then. Yeah, it was a great day, wasn't it? And it's still lunchtime, Greek time, lunchtime. Good night. I have to get up and cook. So don't forget, no matter how hard things look or seem, if you're doing your best and you try your hardest, like really try your hardest, everything actually starts getting better. It took me a lot of years to figure out that my husband was wrong, I was right. But see, things are changing. I'm going to have a pension at the end. Yes. Motivation. Girl power. Pink hair. Pink hair means we're on phase number 2. Blue hair would mean we're on phase number 3. And that I've gone on vacation. Can you imagine blue hair? Yes. Blue hair, here we come. So until tomorrow, keep saving. Don't want to bore you to death. Keep saving, have fun, and enjoy life. And sometimes enjoying life doesn't mean having to pay for it. It means just finding things to do that you actually enjoy. See you guys! From pink hair person